Evening. Yep, welcome to this week's Friday Waffle. It's probably the most petty and ill-informed retro channel out there, but it's 100% honest, and that's what I'm talking about. Weird. I know you guys could hear the intro music, but I couldn't. No idea why. Don't know. I had to actually open up my own YouTube. So I had to open up my YouTube channel in YouTube, and I could hear the sound, but for some reason I couldn't hear it in this thing. So anyway, yeah, how are we? As somebody said, you could, if listening to me talking bollocks isn't your thing, if you're wanting some proper information regarding games, intelligent conversation, then you better find a different channel, because you're going to find absolutely none of that here tonight. Yeah, a few people in tonight. Wonderful. We've got Mark Whatever, LFC Gamer, Ox, Colin Gregory, Colin Ferguson, Steve 8-Bit Gaming, Ian Batchelor, Craig Flanagan. Need to get my breath for this one. Delboy 3K1 Retro Zone, Colin Gregory, we've already said you, Colin, and last but not least, Brian C, and also Paul Morrison. Although I've already been speaking to Paul today. What have I been up to? I need to remember it's not a Sunday stream. And of course, Jambon. Welcome, Jambon. But welcome, everyone. What was I going to say? By the way, Craig, can I pass over my commiserations with the football? I did see the score. I'm not a football person at all, but I did notice the score. Yeah, not good at all. Yeah, why am I doing a waffle tonight? And why is it called the Friday Waffle? It's on a Saturday, because that's the name of the program. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter a shit what day of the week it comes out. It's called the Friday Waffle. So if it comes out on a Tuesday, it's still called the fucking Friday Waffle. So don't start your bloody nonsense, any of you lot. Yeah, what I was going to say, why? Yeah, the reason it's going out tonight is because I don't normally see my girl. Well, no, let me think about this. I normally record the Friday Waffle on a Thursday, and then it goes out on a Friday. But because I'm going to London, in fact, it's got nothing to do with me going to London. What am I talking about? It's got nothing to do with me going to London. I was on Thursday, Monday, I was at my cook's school. Tuesday, I can't remember what I was doing Tuesday, apart from being at work, obviously. Wednesday, I was at my cook's school. Last night, Thursday night, I was chatting to Martin Brown. In fact, I've actually literally just got the. Let me give you a quick little sneak preview, a little teaser, if you will. Let's have a look. Share video file. Yep, I was chatting to absolutely top bloke. Make no mistake. Have I just deleted it? I think I have. Wait a minute. Give me a tick. I'll just undelete it from my button. No, I don't want to do that. And I want to move that or restore it. Right, where have you lot gone? Hang on, what's going on here? Where the bloody hell's it? I've got more bloody windows open than a window glazing company. Right, let's have a look. Share. The reason I'm just prolonging this is because I've got nothing to talk about. If there's anything you want to hear me talking about, then ping it down below. Right, share video file. Yeah, if you don't know Martin Brown, Martin was primarily the project manager on Team 17 games. There we go. Yeah, let's just jump in.
I just didn't have
myself and Martin.
Quality time.
Excellent, dude. What I've done is I've overlaid some
pretty much like
bits
that,
of gameplay
as well.
So yeah, there you go. You've got that to look forward to. And I know some of you are saying you've got the same shirt on, you smelly bastard, and you've been absolutely right. Yeah, that's going to be coming out. Apologies for lack of content this week. Just been mad busy. It really has been mad busy. So I've got two. I'm going to London tomorrow morning. We're getting a train from Edinburgh, Ava and I. Train from Edinburgh at 10 o'clock and get down there for 20 to 3, I think it is. Staying there till Saturday. I've taken a wee laptop, so I might do a live blether, whatever you want to call it. There's not going to be any gameplay or anything like that at all, but I'll see. I mean, I am in my holidays, but yeah, I'll need to pick up some t-shirts. Did I let you see my t-shirt? In fact, do you like my my lumberjack shirt? I quite like it, actually. So yeah, I've got a hee-haw to talk about. Yeah, what have I been up to this week? As like I says, I had cook school today as well, and I had my testing. Now, testing is where you get put through the mill. The idea about testing, I don't know if it's the same with any other sort of martial art, but what they do for the first hour, they try and absolutely knacker you stupid with doing press-ups and star jumps and squats and running about and just you name it. They try and absolutely knock you out, and then the last hour is you actually do your testing. So that was today. It was 2 hours of pure beasting. It was brutal, don't mind admitting it. So I'm pretty knackered. And the reason I'm also looking absolutely knackered as well is because my girlfriend stayed last night, steady. And about 4 o'clock in the morning, my Ava shouted me through to say that she couldn't get to sleep, and it's because of noise next door. And my next door neighbours, they were outside in the garden, and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and they were talking really loud. And Lee ended up banging on the window, and they shut up, which was good. But I've noticed they're outside again. They're in their kind of man pub shed thing, whatever you want to call it. So don't know. So I was awake about 9. I was awake about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I kept trying to get back to sleep. And yeah, you know what it's like when you get woken up in the middle of the night. You're almost absolutely knackered. Excuse me, 2 ticks. Your tea towel looks like that. Hang on. One thing I noticed when I've been doing exercise, whether it's when I used to run or cook, so I'm always stupidly thirsty. Like all day after it. Mega thirsty. Thirsty, I should say. Yeah, Steve. You know, the sad thing is, I get on really well with them. I really, really do. But they just don't seem to see it. They don't seem to see that playing music or talking really loud outside at 4 o'clock in the morning is wrong. Yeah, it does piss me off. But anyway, right. What I'm going to do, right? Is there any questions? Let me know. I'm just going to have a quick scan. I don't know if there's any questions from last week. Right, before I forget, I don't play a lot of modern games, but I do have my Xbox X, which I do put on from time to time. And I notice now with games, you've got this massive fuck off disclosure. You've got to scroll down this thing and you have to keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling until you get to the very bottom. And then the wee bit that says accept will then get highlighted and you can click on accept. What the fuck? I mean, seriously, we're talking about playing a video game. I've bought a house. I've been divorced. And I've had to sign and read through less small print than if I want to play a computer game. What the fuck is all that about? Is it because it's online? I mean, what are we meant to do with that? I mean, when you're playing online, you can play the game online. You can't hack somebody's bank account. You can't spy on somebody via a webcam. You can't go in and interrogate their computer. So what's all this bollocks? Why do we have to read through reams and reams and reams of stuff? I don't get it. Jesus. It's not just one game. There was a game. What was I playing? It was a game I played the other day there. And I just thought, what the fuck? And then again, there was one a few weeks ago, and again, it's just you're going and you end up getting cramp in your thumb because you're having to hold that bloody thumbstick down, and it's going like that, and you're waiting for it to get to the bottom. You can't use the shoulder pad or anything. You can't do skip to bottom. You can't hold it to the right to speed it up. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on, and then you get cramp in your thumb. You're like, for fuck's sake, I just want to play the game. And then eventually you get to the bottom. And you go accept. I mean, really, does anybody read that? If you say you do, you're a lying bastard. Anyway, the Hallmeister. Hey! Excellent. Holly's back. There we go. Let's see what Holly's saying. Yeah, I hope you don't mind, Holly. I'm just going to stick your little comment up on the screen. Yeah. She's back. And first of my genuine apologies for the rather long hiatus. I've had one or two personal issues. Listen, Holly, absolutely no need to apologise one little bit. I did actually. I've spoke to a couple of times. I phoned Holly on whatever day it was. I can't remember. And absolutely no worries at all. I don't mind admitting. I think we were all missing you, and we were genuinely getting a wee bit concerned because we know. When somebody is such an integral part of the channel like you are, and from what we could tell, you were really enjoying it. We were talking about the game and all that kind of stuff, and then obviously you just kind of disappeared. And I know I did, and I know Panther had messaged you a couple of times as well, and but as we all know, Holly, every single person in this that's watching this stream can all relate to it. Real life does come along and just kick your arse, and go on then, Brian. There you go. Read Holly's comment and ignore mine. Let's. To be fair, Brian has been around a lot longer. I keep saying this every time. Brian was my second subscriber. Second. That's quite frankly, that is disappointing. I mean, you should have been my first subscriber, Brian. Where were you? What the hell were you doing? I hope you weren't watching Lady Decade or Top Hat Gamer. If you were, Dale, I'll get you to ban Mr. Brian C right now. Yeah, I used to actually think quite a lot of you, Brian, thinking second subscriber. He's the main man. But you know what? You should have been first. Second just does not cut it with me anymore, Brian. I want you to go away and I want you to think about it. And then I want you to come back and just, we'll leave it at that. As for second subscriber Andy, you were probably, I don't know, you were number one either, mate. You were even further down. I think you were a number 5, which is quite frankly just disappointing. You know what? You've got me right there, Andy. Absolutely, it's like in there, twist. I really thought I had friends in this channel. You know that, but anyway. No, anyway, listen, Brian and Andy, 2 top blokes. In fact, for one of the what do you call it? Most random Chums Talk Pish. In fact, it might have actually been the very, very first Chums Talk Pish. You should do these streams with your top 2 shot. I have. There you go, hairy chest. What was I talking about? See, Paul's just got me all flustered. Moon, there's Moon. Look at that. Look at how shiny is that head. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's what people. I said that to Martin Brown. What was I going to say? I said that to Martin Brown. I said, you know what? The baseball cap is Mainmeister. You know, I put it on. I very, 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 very rarely do a stream without it. It's the character Mainmeister, though I don't act like a character. I'm the person you see right now is me. Trust me. If you ever get the displeasure of meeting me in real life as Holly, and indeed Mr. Morrison will testify, I am just as much a cunt in real life as I am in the channel. You know, so you get me. Yeah, this is the real me. What was I talking about? Yeah, we're talking about what were we talking about? We're talking about Chums Talk Pish, and yeah, I got Brian and Andy on. Go back, go to the whatever it is, the playlist, and you'll find it. Just type in Chums Talk Pish, and it's number 1. And yeah, it was myself, Andy, and Brian. Brian has met me in real life, so he can probably testify that I'm just as much a twat in real life. I did meet Brian and his lovely partner. Indeed, they were, I was going to say, the first competition winners. Indeed, the only competition winners I had. What was it again, Brian? That's what it was. I played, I think, something like 3 games of Berserk. And the winner was to try and guess the top score of all 3 games added together. And before Dell says 100 or 1,000, you can fuck off. But yeah, Brian, he won. What did you win again? Did I not give you a Game Boy Advance or something? It was something fairly not shit, if I remember rightly. And I can't remember what your good lady won. Was it a game? I don't remember. Yeah, you may notice. You might notice there, Brian. There you. Just noticed I signed it. There's my mug. Did I bring out 2 mugs? Or was that one in the same? Yeah, that was. There's me. And there's the Berserk thing. I even wrote in it. What the hell did I say? Oh, Christ knows what I said there. So, but did I bring out 2 mugs, or were they both the same? Was it his and yours? I can't actually remember. By the way, talking of like mugs and all that whatnot, I will have the calendar thing out in time for Christmas. I'm not gonna bloody piss about with like you guys go on and order it and all that, because it's too expensive, quite frankly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a total of everybody. Evening, Bill. How are you, mate? I'm going to get a total number of anyone that wants one for their Christmas, and then I will place the order for said amount, and then it'll just be they'll all come here, and then I'll send them out probably a couple of quid, whatever it is. But they'll be getting sold at cost. There's nobody's making any money apart from the company Vistaprint, whatever. But it should be a bit of fun, and I might get a couple of mugs as well. So that's just a wee bit of fun. But yeah, go and check out Chums Talk Pish, Brian C and Andy. They were my very, very first time. Right, there's a question. Good lad, Steve. When was the last time you turned on the BBC behind you? Probably 2 weeks ago, actually, Steve. What was I playing? I was playing Thrust. Mark, 20th Century Gaming, who has a really good channel. He's quite handy at Thrust, and I met him down at Nerg. Excuse me. I met him down at Nerg. If you don't know what Nerg is, Northeast Retro Gaming, and what was I talking about? Yeah, I met Mark, and he was playing it on the C64, and he said that the BBC is the best version. He says it's slicker, bit snappier, bit faster. He said that's the one to play. So I was actually playing it a couple of weeks ago, Steve, surprisingly. Right. Any other questions? I'm going to jump in. Oh, there's one from LFC. Right, nice. What is your favourite US sitcom? Now, I know if you watch Dell's blog, which you have to because it's entertaining, it's great. It's my kind of standard driving fare on a Sunday. He's massively into his TV series and all that kind of stuff. I'm probably, Dell and I are the yin yang of TV. Dell's kind of watches everything. I watch bugger all. I mean, when I think back to like growing up in the 70s, all my mates were watching like the A-Team and I don't know, I can't even think of anything. I wasn't really into TV. I mean, I did watch. What did I watch? I loved Kojak. Can't think why. Loved Kojak. I loved Starsky and Hutch. What else did we watch? Man from Ironside. Yeah, all these kind of things. I was never into. I know Dell, massive. Yeah, it makes me laugh as you ask what to watch, and I mention one you don't watch it. Well, to be fair, Dale, I do watch some stuff, mate. I don't know. There's a guy at work. I work with a guy, and he sits next to me, and he's always coming up with stuff. You need to watch this. You need to watch that. You've got this film, and da 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 da. And it's just, if you want me to watch more TV, absolutely, I will watch more TV. But the Friday Waffle will be getting done monthly, so you decide. All right, I was only joking. But no, seriously, just trying to find time. I've never been a big fan. I never watched Doctor Who. I've never seen a single episode of the X-Files. I did like Star Trek, the original. I've never watched any of the new generation bollocks. It's funny they call it the new generation. It was probably made about 30 years ago. There's Brian, there we go. If a Mainmeister calendar is not the quintessential Christmas present for your other half, then what is? Absolutely, Brian. I did like Happy Days. I mean, we all liked Happy Days. I loved the Bionic Man. Incredible Hulk. I like that as well. I'm just thinking, did he not have a kind of shirt about like that? I think he did. Soap. Oh, I never ever got Soap. A guy at school I used to kind of pal about with, he used to watch Soap. What else? I used to like the Cosby Show. But we shall. You know what, Ox? Absolutely. Absolutely love the original Twilight Zone. Dale does talk a lot about Rod Serling. He apparently wrote them all. He's uber cool. He's just one of the kind of coolest dudes you'll ever meet. So I still do enjoy watching the Twilight Zone. My other half from many moons ago, she used to watch Friends, and I suppose I did kind of watch Friends. It was all right. I mean, it's a thing of the 90s. It's mental to think when you think of how old Friends is. I mean, it came out, I don't know, 95. What would that be? 2005, 2015. Yeah, in 3 years' time, it'll be 30 years old. That's mental. Do I watch any American stuff now? What have I watched that I love? One of my favourite bits of TV ever is Breaking Bad. If you've never seen it, switch the computer off, go and fire up Netflix or your favourite pirate TV app and get yourself a bit of Breaking Bad. Awesome. A close second to that would be Ozark. That is really, really good. Similar kind of vein, drug cartel, innocent family getting involved in dabbling drugs, etc., etc. That is really, really good. What else did I watch? Animal Kingdom. It's got Ellen Barkin, and she's like the matriarch of a family of kind of hoodlums. They go around breaking into what you call it, banks and what have you. And that is really good. Holly says an interesting thing there. Better Call Saul. Now, being a Breaking Bad fan, I did try to get into it. I watched about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5. And again, I didn't get bored. Things came along, other stuff kind of came along, and I never got back to it. Now, I do know that lots of people have said Breaking Bad. Lots of people have said Better Call Saul is even better than Breaking Bad. So 100%, I'm definitely going to get back into that. I tried, is it Vikings? I don't know if that's an American thing, because I watched Game of Thrones. I was probably the last person to turn up at the party for Game of Thrones. Everybody had watched it. People went on and on and on and on and on and on about it. And then during lockdown, I thought, maybe I should see what all the fuss is about. So I watched it, and I did a binge watched it, and I watched the whole thing in about maybe 2 months, and I did enjoy it. There was a lot of call me a prude. There was a lot of like sex and nudity that I really didn't think was required in it. I wasn't knocking it, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I largely enjoyed Game of Thrones. Also, yeah, another thing I've completely forgotten was The Walking Dead. I reckon probably the first maybe 5 or 6 seasons of The Walking Dead was compulsive viewing. When the character Negan came along, he's an evil bastard guy. He looks like the Fonz, but he's got a baseball bat with barbed wire wrapped around it. He's a nasty piece of work. Absolutely awesome. But then it started to it got tedious, and I don't know whether it's because of lockdown, but a lot of programs that were coming out, and even films that came out during lockdown, there wasn't very much happening, and I'm wondering if that's because the old social distancing thing, that they didn't want too many people being around. But yeah, it just got boring. It really did. Vikings, Dale's saying the first 3 seasons of Vikings was really good. I watched, I think, 2 episodes, and I couldn't watch any more. And the reason being is I don't like violence towards women or kids. And even the first episode, there was a lot of quite unpleasant violence in Vikings. And I know I'm not stupid. I know it's make believe, but these people are good actors, and I don't like seeing. I'm really uncomfortable with it. And it's the same with some of like even the Game of Thrones. Some of the stuff that went on in that I found quite difficult to watch. Anyway, yeah, that was a long drawn out. Hang on, I've got my my wonderful awesome dad mug. Excuse me. Never got into you know that thing where you think you're drinking something and then it turns out to be completely not what you thought it was. I thought that was a cup of coffee and it was actually a cup of tea, and I'm like, that's a bit there. A nice cup of tea, but I was expecting coffee. Don't know why, because I made it. Right. Any other questions? Right. Tell you what. Before we kind of get started, I know what's on the tip of everyone's tongue. Way off the exploding pish. Now, if you don't know what that is, if you're new to the channel and you don't know what that is, Way off the Exploding Pish is the title of a game what Holly is writing. It was a game that kind of came about through something I did in this channel. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? There was a game, and hopefully it doesn't appear. There was a game called China Miner, which was a brutally difficult game. And I decided every Sunday in the, what do you call it, my Sunday stream, live stream thing, the last game I used to play was China Miner, just to see if I could actually get anywhere in it. And I did. I mean, I got to about level 7, something like that, 7, 8, can't remember exactly. And sadly, I got bored of playing it. But rather annoyingly, a person started coming onto the channel, and he was asking for me to play the game, which was fine. And he started giving me money, which was finer. But he started giving me more and more money, and it got to a point, in one stream in particular, I think he gave me like a $5, then a $10, then another $5 and a $5. And you know what? That's fine. If somebody wants to do that, that is that's up to him. Yeah, he started making demands. He wasn't asking, he was demanding that I play this game. And if you want me to not do something, then the best way to do it is to tell me to do it. And so we ended up banning the guy. And you know what? It was a hard one, because as I've mentioned before, this StreamYard thing that I use, it cost me 30 quid, and I use my, whatever it's called, what the hell is it called? Spreaker is, that's what I use for my podcast. I always turn my waffle into a podcast. And it cost me 45 quid a month. And so I decided, well, let's monetize the channel. It'll help pay the bills. And if anyone wants to give me anything, fantastic. Absolutely no pressure at all. So he was kind of chucking money at me, and, that was nice. But it got to a point when I thought, enough's enough. I'm not going to stand for him demanding, that he could just piss off. And we ended up banning the guy, and it was just insane. He has popped back in. Why am I talking about this? Anyway, China Miner. So I played this game, and then Holly decided that she wanted to give something back. Don't know why, because, I mean, she just watches the channel, but she seemed to think she's always an extremely bad judge of character, because she kind of thought that all you lot were all right. Yeah, go figure. So Holly decided she wanted to kind of, for a bit of fun, write a game. And yeah, and it was going to have my little character in it, a little sprite with a baseball cap. Yeah, I'm just thinking, Holly, you maybe need to try and factor in something. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. I'll either wear it that, or I flip it around. Maybe you need to factor in there's something, depending on what way I wear my baseball cap. I don't know, you can do an extra power move or something. I don't know. So anyway, Holly went away and she wanted to know who should we include in it. So we tried to incorporate a few people that are kind of part of this channel. And I'm going to give you the character beyond anybody that I can't wait to see in the game. It's not me. It's not Dell. It's Dell's mum. Dell's mum is a lovely person. I don't know what age your mum is, Dell. Was she 80? Was she not 80 about 6 months ago? Now, Dell's mum has appeared in Dell's channel. To be fair, that's when it gets better, when she's in it. But what other 80-year-old can say that they're in a Commodore 64 game? So Dell's mum is going to be in the game. Fantastic. So anyway, yeah, Holly decided she wanted to write a game. And it just got me stupidly excited. You know, I was down visiting Panther down wherever the hell it is. Holly's from Plymouth, and what's the name of that place where I can't even remember the name of the place that Panther lives. Anyway, I was down visiting Panther, and we found out that Holly lived not too far. So myself, Holly, our son, and Panther and I, we met for a bag of chips, and we had a look at the game, etc., etc. And yeah, so anyway, and then we decided to have, it wasn't a competition, we decided we needed a good name for this. So there was numerous suggestions. I can't remember what the other ones were, but the one that Holly didn't get to pick the name. We had a vote. That's right. We had a vote to see who liked what. And the one that won was Paula Moz, and it was Way Off the Exploding Pish. Can you see what he did there? So that was that. So Holly went away and started battering out a game on the Commodore 64. And it was coming on swimmingly. There was a kind of a very, very Bideford, that's the one, yeah. Westward Ho. That's where we met, yeah. What a fantastic place, Westward Ho. Yeah, we met there for chips and to talk about the game. So anyway, yeah, we decided that. I said that to Holly on the phone the other night there. I kept saying we this and we what have you. And I thought, how can I say that? I'm contributing nothing. I am contributing absolutely nothing. Though if it comes down to enthusiasm, then I can give that by the bucket load. So yeah, Holly went away and did her thing, and she came up with a kind of demo level. Now, rather wonderfully, the game appeared in. It actually appeared. I was going to get it, but it's downstairs. It actually appeared as a preview in one of, I think it was 2022 Zap Annual, and Paul Moz, who's part of he's part of the Zap team. He did a little preview, which is great because it brought the game to the fore. But then obviously over the intervening kind of 6 months, Holly's had shit to deal with, you know what I mean? Real life, which obviously always takes over. So we kind of thought it's maybe not going to happen, but you know what? It will. It'll. You know, when Holly's ready to return, she'll be back, and you know we're delighted that she is. Inspiration and charm. That's what I contribute. So anyway, now Holly has very kindly. Before we show anything, and I hope I'm not talking out of turn, but Holly has said that the game is initially going to come out on the Commodore 64. Now, apologies, I know a lot of you guys have already heard all this. You're thinking this is a bloody waffle from 6 months ago. For Christ's sake, it's you're just going over old ground, but who cares? What are we talking about? Yeah, she's going to bring it out on the Commodore 64 that'll be the primary, that'll be the main platform. But hear this, it's also going to get converted to run on Robotron hardware. So if you've got a MAME cab or you can play MAME in your computer, it's going to run on that. So it's going to be an arcade game. It's just right, Dell. Enough of your bloody. It's way of the exploding pish. I don't know what are you coming up with all these names? Yeah, some of these. Yeah, what was it going to be? MAME mice on the Temple of Pish. MAME mice on the quest for level 2. I wonder who thought that one. MAME Meister Minor. That's a bit shit. Okay, can't type no more. No, that's probably going to be the worst title for the game. But anyway, so it's going to come out in real hardware at some point, and Holly does seem quite confident that it's going to be available on the Spectrum. I don't want to say anything else. Not Amstrad. BBC, Holly, did you say? I think you might have. Bugger boy, you behave yourself. You're talking shite. And I see that's I like the sound of that one. That could possibly be the sequel. But let's just get the original out first. Yeah, so I think she's hoping to get it out for a couple of formats. But it's not just going to be a digital download. Oh yeah, we need you know what, Holly, if there's anything that you can possibly do, please bring it out for the Amstrad, because we can't have Brian number 2. Well, there again, if he was number 1, I'd probably say get it out there. But no, listen, if we can get an Amstrad one as well, I don't know how much hassle it is. I'm assuming if it will run Z80 on the for the Spectrum, then I'm assuming it should be fairly easy to convert, like I know. I don't know why I'm even. I don't even see why I'm trying to talk about technical stuff, because I'm completely not technical. Yeah, you know what? Maybe Holly will she'll sell the rights. It'll become a franchise, and people can convert it. Someone has offered to help port to the. Yeah, well, there you go, Brian. There you might well get your C464 version. Excuse me. So anyway, it's not just going to be a digital download. Oh no. Holly's hoping to get it released as an actual proper cassette, possibly a disc. There's a few people that we know that kind of are part of the. We'll maybe get a Sword M5 version at some point, Paul. There's there's a few people that kind of watch the channel that have been very, very helping with wanting to kind of contribute. In fact, it's a pity I don't know any graphic artists that used to work for Ocean. Particularly Scottish guys. It's a pity we don't know any that could maybe do a loading screen. I'm only kidding, Bill. No, I'm not. Seriously, Bill, if you'd like to help out, we're looking for somebody to pull together a loading screen. That would be rather awesome. That would be great. We've got Trevor. He's going to do the box art. Oh, cheers, Bill. Awesome, mate. That would be brilliant. But by the way, before I say anything, the game, and this is Holly. I mean, I'm speaking for Holly here. When the game does come out, it's not going to be. It's going to be sold at cost. There might be a wee bit added in for charity. Nobody is making a single penny. Not Holly, not Bill, not Trevor, not me. None of us are making any money at all. Holly might decide to stick a couple of quid on. So instead of paying, I don't know, $9.99 for a cassette, you pay $11.99 and £2 goes to charity of Holly's choice. Something like that. So it's a bit of fun. We've also got, I'm not going to say who because it's not 100% confirmed, but Panther has a few sort of contacts on the SID kind of scene, Commodore 64 SID scene. So yeah, we've got, let's just say we've got a AAA SID musician who has offered to help out. So yeah, it should be good. Anyway, right, Holly. She has shared. She sent me on Facebook. Now I just need to see how I can actually do this. We don't have a playable demo as yet, but listen, Holly. I'm just thinking. Yeah, Holly's saying there she promises to give us regular updates on Discord. I would actually not do that, Holly, and maybe I'm being selfish, but I would not do that. I think we should keep the wee incremental updates to the stream. Give us something to look forward to. But you know what? It's not it's not my game. You decide, Holly. I think if it was me, I think if I was just watching it, I think I'd rather see it. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's entirely up to you lot. If you want to see Holly do a kind of diary of the game, let us know. I've got Alistair Brimble. Yeah, I spoke to Martin Brown of Team 17 a couple of days ago, and I said I gave you a wee sneak preview. You need to tune in to that video to find out why I'm in love with Alistair Brimble's mum. Yep, Alistair Brimble's mum. Why am I in love with her? You need to tune in and tune into that video and find out. Brilliant. Holly's seen a playable demos, maybe 2 weeks off. Right, anyway, Holly has very kindly sent me, I just need to get, a minute, what is this I'm running? I'm going to close that down. I'm going to open up that over there. Let me have a wee look. Don't tell your mum, Dale. I don't want her getting upset, honestly. You'll see what I mean when I when you watch the video. You'll realise what I'm talking about. Right, but yeah, don't tell your mum. Right, I'm not gonna say anything, Lord Evil. We'll rather wait until it's been finalised. Excuse me. Right, right, Holly. What's the best way for me to? Right, here we go. Because I don't think I would. Yeah, Andrew Fisher. I don't know. Yeah, wouldn't it just your own? Well, you know what? You're coming up with guys like Richard Bayless, Jerome Tell. Trust me, he's as good as these guys, and I mean that sincerely. I'm not going to tell you, so you can guess away. It's not Rob Hubbard or Martin Goley, but well, the funny thing is, Paul Jerome Tell. He's a good mate of Panthers. He phones Panther quite a lot. He phones them, so you never know. It's not him, but I'm not going to Jim Como. Yeah, right. Anyway, right, let's have I'm just laughing at them. This doesn't have any sound. This is one of the videos. Well, I know, Holly, I've just noticed. Is that a video? Right, what is that? All right, these are kind of. I'm just. I'm just looking at some of the graphics that Holly's done for this game. This is going to be mental. So I'm just making sure there's nothing. There's nothing. Oh, there he is. There's the main man. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Hang on, that's. Now, you need to remember this is strictly a work in progress. Right, we need to share the screen. There's no sound, so there we go. Right, this is a 35-second video of Holly coding. I love the movement. I like that kind of splash thing as well, or screen wipe, I think they call it. They're safe as naming. Right, okay, that was a video. There's various pictures that she's sent here. Yeah, I don't know what these are. These are baddies. Right, bottom left, that's Jax, my dog. There's Panther, second left. There's Dell shouting for his mum. And there's Dell's mum. Oh man, that is brilliant. Ah dear, is that Lupin? I think it is. There's Panther with his he looks like a travelling gypsy with his vest on. Right, we've done that one. That is all kinds of awesome. There we go. Can I make that any bigger? I don't think I can. Can I? Oh, hang on. Didn't mean to do that. No, I can't make it any bigger. Yeah, and believe it or not, these sprites have mere actual size. It's a 1-to-1. There's some of now. I don't know if where these are, but there's me driving a car as well, doing a forward roll, and I love the animation for. Is that me going on a unicycle as well? Bloody hell! They're safer with pigtails. Right, what's next? UPS, brilliant, absolutely awesome. There's Dale and his mum. Oh, this is 1 minute and 45. I don't know if I've never watched this. I like the font. I like that a lot. It's very simplistic, but it's effective. The fact you've got the kind of glow and it's very it's it reminds me of obviously Robotron, which I'm assuming is a look you're kind of trying to go for. I think, yeah, that's just that. That's awesome. Where are we? Ooh, that looks quite technical. Right, I don't think that's anything to do with the game. How cool is that? Now we did have, well, there's some other exciting news, hopefully, It's not been confirmed. Regards the ROM version of this, but we'll I did it. Sorry. Right, that's weird. I don't know why it wasn't playing when I was doing the intro. I couldn't hear the music, but you guys could. Looks weird. Right, that handsome chap there, or should I say buffoon, that is me holding up WFX Loading Push, and that was in one of the Zap minis. Oh, that makes me sad. Now, if you don't know who he is, that was Wink, my daughter's Aki monitor. Came all the way from New Zealand, Australia. Now, sadly, Wink died last year. He's buried in the garden. But rest assured, Wink is in the game. So, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, there we go. There you go. The game is being coded single-handedly by Holly Brereton, designed by Alan and Holly, with box art and loading screen art by Trevor Story in retrospect. If the title screen hopefully is going to be coded by a rather well-known Sid musician. They're hoping to get that obviously didn't happen. They're hoping to get the C6 Evaluation at Christmas initially as a digital download. Well, you never know. It might be this Christmas. Hard copies will be produced in both cassette and cartridge formats. If all goes well, the game will be ported to the Spectrum, BBC, and even arcades using Defender hardware. All right, okay. All profits will go to a day centre for terminally ill children. That's a charity that's not far from me, and it's just exactly what it says. I've given money in the past. It's a fantastic thing, but we can talk about that. So that was the. There's more sprites. I, for one, can't wait. Let's just have another wee look at that. It's worth it just to see Dale shouting for his mum. Brilliant. Right, stop sharing that. We want to remove that. Stop screen. There we go. That is so good. That's brilliant. Right, how are we doing for time? It's getting on. Apologies if you actually joined this to hear me talking about computer games. That doesn't tend to happen much. Right, anyway, any other questions for me? Anything you want to hear me talking about? What was I going to say? There was something else. Yeah, somebody in Discord posted, was it NBC? Was it EA, sorry, Electronic Sports, EA, Electronic Arts, what am I talking about? EA have released a game, NBC, blah, 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 and it was like £120. £120. And one of the guys said, well, I think it was Lewis, said if a SNES game that I have built, yes. If somebody can, I don't actually understand how to do it. There's a MainMeister Discord channel thing. If somebody can please send Bill the link down below, that would be appreciated. What the hell was I talking about? What was I talking about? I've completely forgot. I've just completely lost my train of thought. Yeah. Somebody said, yep, like Super Mario Kart was 40 quid back in 1995. And that roughly equates to 80 quid of today's money. At 120 quid. Come on, really? That is just insane. Just mental. Absolutely mental. Right, what was Dale saying? I heard you're going to build a cat sanctuary in your backyard. Yeah. Right, let me find last week's waffle. What date would it be? 26th of August. Right, okay, Steve 8-bit gaming. This literally will be the shortest waffle ever. Yeah, I say that all the time. The thing is, I genuinely mean it. When I say it, I actually think it is going to be the shortest waffle of all time. And yeah, and it ends up not being. But I always say that because that's exactly what I think it's going to be. It's going to be 10 minutes, and then that's going to be the end of it. Question for your next one: what game did you really love but never managed to complete? Mine is Necromancer on the C64 by EA. Loved it, could never beat it. I think the game that I really loved that is completable, but I've never completed it, and I really, really want to. I need to make a point of playing it properly, and it's Wizzball. Wizzball is it's a phenomenal game. It really, really is. There's nothing about it that I don't like. It's so original. It's brutally difficult, but yeah, I would probably say that's the one 8-bit game, Steve, that I would love to complete. I would also love to complete Manic Miner. Is it likely to happen? I think the only way of completing a game like that nowadays, and even Charlie Farr, as anyone that watches this channel may know, he's like a robot when it comes to playing video games. He's phenomenal. He's a world high score record holder on Galaxian, probably other games as well. But there's no game that he's not good at. Now, part of that is he does live near to Arcade Club, so he's there all the time. But he's a machine. He's just phenomenal. I mean, I know a few other guys, Sick Boy, who a few guys in this channel have probably heard of. He's another guy, just ridiculously talented when it comes to playing video games. Even games like Robotron or Defender, Twitch shooter games, they're brilliant at. But then they play FIFA, and they're brilliant at that as well. And it's mental. But what was I talking about? When I was playing China Miner, I mean, it's brutally hard. Charlie Farr gave it a go, and to be honest, he completed it, but he didn't complete it in one sitting. He used save states, so he was repeatedly played each level. I think he might. If Dave, I don't know if Dave ever. He does watch my channel from time to time. I don't know if he practiced, and then he tried to play it in one kind of sitting. I don't know whether he did that or whether he played a level, saved it, I don't know. But yeah, Manic Miner is a game I would love to play. I think if I was doing the save state, then you would eventually. But the skill part of playing all these old games is being able to do it in one go. I think anybody. That's the problem. Modern games nowadays, you play. I mean, I was playing it earlier on. Dishonored 2. You kill a baddie, you save it. Kill a baddie, you save it. And then eventually you're just going dink, 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 dink. You're moving, and it does require skill, but it's not. You can't say I'm a gaming god because I've completed Manic Miner using cheat codes or using level states or whatever, save states. The skill comes from being able to play it in one go. What was the yeah? So I'm going to say absolutely, Steve. It's going to be Wizzball. Right, Dale's question. Thinking of any game era, be it 8-bit, 16-bit, or now, is there a game that is part of a series or franchise that destroyed its own reputation in series by the poor effort of its last release? A game so bad it makes you feel like not playing the earlier releases. Great stuff, mate. Please keep everything going. You make my week and keep me going through troubled times. Dale, you're a cracking mate to me, mate. We do catch up on the phone all the time, and it's I'm not going to get all sentimental, but it's I'm truly blessed. I think I'm not saying I'm the only channel that's got this. I'm not a big channel at all, but I'm really lucky that I've got a core of people that watch it. But this channel is not, it's not limited to just these people. Anybody is welcome to come along, but it's a good bunch of people. It really is. And you know what? If watching me talking bollocks or being particularly shite at a game makes somebody laugh, it maybe cheers them up, they've maybe had a real shit day, then, or should it be, yeah, I should be looking at myself, I should be looking at the camera. A game that destroyed its own reputation. Trying to think. No, I mean, I've seen it doing. Well, yeah, Andrew K has come up with a good one. Renegade was good. Target Renegade was bloody brilliant. Not Target Renegade or whatever it's called. Target Renegade, which was Renegade 2, I think, was brilliant. And then the third one was just stupid. It was. Yeah, it had like dinosaurs and yeah, I'm not just saying this because Mr. Harbison's in, but if you don't know, Bill Harbison was he did all the graphics for like RoboCop for the Spectrum and what have you. So he is royalty when it comes to graphics. But the actual gameplay, I think. The idea, the levels were just a wee bit. I think they should have just left it where it was. One game that that does stick out. The first game was fantastic. The second game was even better, and the third one was shite. Well, shite. It was shite insofar as it wasn't shite. If it had come out as a standalone game and the other two had never existed, then it would have been a good game nevertheless. But that game is Lotus Turbo Challenge. Now, I'm good friends with Sean Southern and Andrew Morris. I've met them a couple of times. I do talk to Sean on the regular basis, on Facebook and what have you. And Lotus Turbo Challenge, the first one that came out in Amiga, all the driving games that had kind of gone before they were all right, they weren't great. And suddenly this game just appeared and it was like, wow, this is proof that the Amiga could have done Outrun. You had shit like Crazy Cars, shit like Crazy Cars 2, and then this came along and it was just like, wow, that is amazing. So the first Turbo Challenge was an incredible game. The second one it took it from like here and then it took it up another level. It was full screen, just absolutely sublime, and it set the yardstick for all these other kind of later games. Funny thing is, Crazy Cars by Titus Software are two of the worst driving games on the Amiga. They're atrocious. They really are. Don't go and look at it. They're awful. Don't waste your time. Terrible games. But then the Lotus Turbo Challenges came along, and Titus obviously thought, hang on a second, I'm sure we could do something with this. And they only gone and went and brought out an absolutely stonking game called, I think it depends where it came out. I think in America it was like Lamborghini Challenge or something, but it was Crazy Cars 3. That was basically what it was. American Turbo Challenge, Cross Country Challenge, something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Lewis. And sorry, LFC, I should say. And yeah, the third one was brilliant. But getting back to Lotus, the first one was great. The second one was just phenomenal, and the third one, it tried to be too clever. It was set in space. There was like warps. It almost became more like Mario Kart. And when I asked Andrew, and I mean, I was brutally honest. I says, look, I'm not a fan of the third one at all. And they did say that it was too ambitious. They tried to do too much, and it never really worked out. So I would probably say the Lotus Turbo Challenge, the third one, but it didn't make me want to go back and not play the first two. Another one, very quickly, I've said before, Way of the Exploding Fist, the second one. I love the first game to bits. A cracking game. I prefer that over International Karate. And I was super excited about Fist 2 coming out, and it was rubbish. It really was. It just, it was pants. Yeah, Andrew, you're coming out with all of them. Yeah, Kung Fu, fantastic game. The second one was shit. Andrew's saying there, how about games you were waiting for ages to come out and turned out to be crap? Oh, that's go. There we go. I'm trying to think. What games could we not wait for? Yeah, I suppose. No, I was going to say Gauntlet. I was so excited about Gauntlet, and I think Gauntlet actually did all right. It wasn't great, but when you consider the hardware it was running on, I think it did quite a good job. Again, I'd probably say Exploding Fist 2. I was really excited about the second game coming out, and it just it wasn't good. It was mega disappointing. Right, I better have a wee drink of my tea because I've got a Milfy Swinbuckle special coming up. How do I hide that? Oh, there we go. Dink. Right, Milfy Swinbuckle. Have you ever gone back and watched your old waffles from years and years ago? And if so, have you ever been surprised by the way you've answered a past question and think that your view now has changed? I used to call me vain. I used to watch every video that I put out in the early days. I would make it and then I would watch it. Now I don't watch my videos. The only videos I'll maybe watch, I watch like the Sid show because that's technically not my video. I don't watch the Friday Waffles. I don't watch my videos. The only time, I mean, I will on occasion go back, dig into the archive. If I'm maybe struggling for something to talk about, I'll go back and I'll look for some inspiration. I'll think, oh, I was talking about piracy or I was talking about something else. But I don't really, I don't, Milfy. I don't call me Johnny Depp. I don't actually watch my videos. Not to say I'm not proud of them. I mean, you know, some of the videos I do put out, I do think that's actually not bad. But no, I don't watch my own content. Right, Colin Jones. I don't think Colin's in tonight. I don't know if he's working or not. Been a bit under the weather lately, long COVID. I hope you're feeling a little better, Colin. So I only have a daft question for you based on current events. Spend £20 to save £10 a year. I saw that. I did see that. I try and completely avoid the news. I did see that. Yeah, they were telling you to buy a new kettle to save £10. I'm hoping it was a joke because it's just absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And the last one, this isn't a question, Mark, whatever. If you like Dishonored 2, try Titanfall. Well, not exactly the same. There's a level in Titanfall similar to the time level in Dishonored 2, and it's absolutely brilliant. Dishonored 2 and Titanfall 2, I should say, are my top 5 best single player first person shooters. Actually, before I go, Lactobacillus Prime, he's one of my YouTube friends, Mark. He put out a video. I don't know if he put it out on YouTube, but he put it out on Facebook. He's got himself the Steam Deck. Now, I've been asked about it in over the last kind of few months. I did have one pre-ordered. I paid £4, and I completely forgot that I'd paid £4 until I got an email from Steam maybe about 3 weeks ago refunding my £4, and I'm like, what the hell is that all about? And it was because I never actually bought it. The cheers, Jambon. Take care, but I'm literally going to go as well, mate. So thanks for. I'm glad to see you had a good time with Dale Boy. Enjoyed watching that. What was I going to say? What was I talking about? I can't even remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Yes, Steam Deck. I saw one of the guys that's in Discord. He's got one and he said it's amazing, but he says because the battery is shite, you get 90 minutes. And what's the point? How can a handheld only have 90 minutes? That's a bit rubbish. So I thought, nah, not interested. And right now, I'm still not interested. I'm not interested in paying that kind of money for something. But Mark, or Lactobacillus Prime, he put out a video and he's got it playing Xbox games. And it looks really good. He's playing Halo and it runs really, really well. So this thing is a bit of a powerhouse. So it might still be, if they can fix the battery issue. And between you and me, Steam Deck, go and have a word with the guys that did the battery for the DS Lite. They know what they're talking about. If they can sort the battery issue out, get maybe 3 hours out it, then colour me interested. So anyway, folks, listen, that's an hour and 17 minutes of your day you're never, ever going to get back again. Right, Steve's got one. Hang on, I got my Steam Deck yesterday. The battery doesn't seem that bad. Played it 40 minutes in bed last night. It went from 94. That's not bad. That's actually, that's not bad at all. Yeah, good. Paul's off to play an amazing UC64 game for review, seeing as I can't get any of my game bases to work. What are you talking about? I got them fixed. I fixed it. The C64 one was fixed. The Mega Drive one was fixed. I don't know what you've done. Right, anyway, listen, I'm going to get going. Yeah, I've mentioned I'm going to be in London on... I'm going to London tomorrow morning, back on Saturday night. So, it depends. I don't know. Yeah, well, in fact, you know what? I'm off on the Monday. I thought I'd take the Monday off to recuperate. I will be back. So there will be no video tomorrow night. Don't look for a live stream because there won't be one. There will be a live stream a week tomorrow. There's a couple of videos. I've got an 8-bit face-off kerfuffle coming out probably Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I've also got the Martin Brown Blimey It's Only. I will say, if anybody has been kind of sitting on the fence about going to Blackpool, play Blackpool, then trust me, you want to get your arse and get down there, because we've got some cracking guests. We really have. And me, obviously, I'm going to be doing all the interviewing. That should be fun. But seriously, if you can get down to Blackpool, get down. It'd be great to see everybody. There's quite a few people that are watching that watch my channel that are going, so it should be good fun. So anyway, listen, you have a great Saturday night. It's only 9:20. You've still got time to go and watch something on Netflix. Have a great rest of the weekend. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you later.